Hey everyone, welcome back and happy Monday. Okay. Well, one, I hope you guys all had a really great weekend, but also, what a quick weekend. Like, I always get excited for Fridays, and all of us have a case of the Mondays. Mondays suck. I guess it depends how you look at it. Like, you don't have to say that Mondays suck, but I kind of personally believe that they do. Anyways, back to it. We're back to talk about some New Jersey, and I'm recording this before I'm going live with Ryan Bailey for the Real Housewives of New Jersey recap, also hot, messy topics. So I hope that's a great live, and I'm sure it will be. It always is and never disappoints. But check that out as well, because by the time this comes out, that'll be out. We're talking some ish. So I say let's jump right into it. But oh no. Before we jump right into it, guys, everyone is always asking me about my favorite go-to skincare. Her name is Blooming. It's this tool that I love to use, and with literally the press of a button, it uses microcurrents to lift, illuminate, rejuvenate, and take all the inflammation out of your skin. Honestly, it makes me feel like I get like a little mini facelift. Normally, she's $150, but if you click on the link that I posted in the comment section and also in the description, you can get $70 off. Best part is if you don't absolutely love it, they're going to refund you. Now let's get into it. All right. So Siggy Flicker has entered back into the ring. And yeah, I mean, there's been a lot said. There's been a lot of shit said about the Real Housewives in New Jersey. And she's kind of one of the people who makes that little rumor mill go round. Thank you to Reality Blurb. She appears to have a clear vendetta against Margaret Josephs, but she also seems to have some insight into the behind the scenes of the show today. Recently, she sat down for another interview where she had some choice words for not only Margaret, but she also said there's a ton of dishonesty coming from the cast. Also, did Teresa Giudice call Donald Trump for help, is what they're saying? So fans will recall that Siggy joined the cast of The Real Housewives of New Jersey for season 7. However, her time on the show was short-lived as she departed after season 8, and she has previously said that she left the show because Margaret tried to reach out to her mom for drama. Now, recently, Siggy sat down for an episode of Behind the Velvet Rope podcast with David Yancey, if you guys know David, and apparently she had quite a bit to say. Now, the second part of her explosive interview is out, and she doubled down on her opinions of the Real Housewives of New Jersey. One of the first revelations from the second part came when she said that Margaret and Jen Fessler weren't friends before the show, and she also shares that Jen helped her with her social media while she was on the show. What? She says they didn't even know each other. She would help me with my tweets, fighting back with the roast beef sandwich. Oh, God. I mean, Jen would help me. She didn't know Margaret. What happened was when I moved to Florida and my relationship with Jen, fizzled, it became whatever it was. And I think that Margaret was like, oh my God, huh? I got an idea. Like the idiot that she is. It backfired because God always intervenes. Wait a minute. Can I just say, I don't know. And I'm not against Teresa Giudice. Legit. I'm really, really not. And people always say that, well, you say that you're not against Teddy, and then you say something about Teddy. I'm not against you. I can also just give an opinion. And for Teresa, that's essentially what I'm doing. I'm just giving an opinion. But I feel like there's like some gold chokehold. Like, I don't understand because the people like Jackie Goldschneider, Jennifer Aiden, and well, now Siggy Flicker, they ride so hard, but then they end up looking like morons. And I have a feeling this is going to be no different. And also, when you're riding for somebody and you're so aggressive about it, and you're like, she is a good person and that is a hardworking woman, and you're a roast beef sandwich and you're a bitch. It's like, okay, well, obviously there's a little animosity here. And with that animosity, you just lost weight in your words. You don't like it doesn't nobody gives a shit what you're saying now because now it just looks like you have a vendetta. Just saying. At least from these lens. Back to it. Don't worry, Siggy Flicker. We're not done with you yet. So she said that the rumors of Louis Ruelas calling Margaret's son, those are lies. She said, all shit, David. I believe that this woman would manipulate anything. She would lie through her teeth and feel nothing about it. Okay, I'm pretty sure that it was admitted that somebody called Margaret's son. And also, Louis' phone number was on the call log. She goes on to say that no one on Real Housewives in New Jersey actually likes Margaret and they find her to be disgusting. Hmm. Everybody is afraid of her on the show and they all pretend like they like her. And they all can't stand the sight of her. I could tell you that. They think she's disgusting. However, Siggy does not think that Margaret is the reason that the show has become so toxic with all of the off camera stuff. As fans know, there are reports of housewives leaking information to bloggers, having fake Instagram accounts, etc. And she says, no, I think producers took it to this dark space. You see, they used to have somebody by the name of Kim D. They could use Kim D and they could make her look like the villain when she really wasn't. And it was easy. Now Kim D is fighting because Kim D has a big mouth like me. She continued by saying that the producers use Margaret. Now they found somebody who's called Desperado. See, this is what I'm saying. Like, this is the stuff that's not landing. I'm not even defending Margaret. I'm really not. Just to be clear, I am not defending shit. I'm looking at this and I'm like, you sound like a moron. You sound like you have a vendetta. You sound. I have had people who like come at me and they say shit on their wherever, and when they do, it sounds like you have such a vendetta. Like, if anybody even gives them merit and weight to what they're saying, it's like, do you not hear that this person clearly does not like me? Anybody want to ask why? Like for her and Margaret, it's like, I get more so why, but then she goes in on the entire cat. Siggy Flicker, I just don't know, girl. I don't know if your words carry weight. I really, really don't. But back to it. She said, no, I think producers took it to the dark space, right? She continued by saying that the producers use Margaret. Now they found somebody who's called Desperado. She'll go to the dark place and she will never. She's like this Desperado because she's tried several times to build a brand. What brand? Besides, come on, come on. Now I just gave her a brand. Get it into the roast beef industry. Yeah. Siggy and David then discussed the show itself and how some fans say that they are over the Melissa Gorga and Teresa Giudice drama. And Siggy says that she doesn't believe that that's the case for most people, but the casting needs to bring on new people. She says they need to bring a young Teresa Giudice on. She also said everybody's like, oh, I'm so sick of watching Teresa. Well, that's because they're not casting right. Every storyline is centered around Teresa. If they would start casting right, maybe Teresa could take a fucking break and it all ends up on the editing room floor. Okay. David then asked another question about Margaret Josephs being disliked, and Siggy doubles down. She said, I'm saying to you on my children's lives, housewives from Jersey and from other franchises on my children's life have called me, have spoken to me, and told me that she is chaotic to the housewife franchise. And we do not open up our mouth because we are scared. Everybody is scared. However, she does not reveal the names of the housewives who have said these things, but she does say that Margaret is a joke of the Housewives franchise and that Teresa is the queen of Jersey, period, end of story. This is the hard writing that I'm talking about. Regarding if she still talks to Teresa, Siggy says, I I won't answer no. I love Teresa. From time to time, we do text each other like, I love you, I miss you, I'm thinking about you. But she also expressed love for Dolores Catania by saying, you don't have to explain anything to Dolores. Dolores gets it, knows that she's brilliant. But the conversation then shifted to Donald Trump and about how he understood why Siggy left New Jersey. She says she first got to know him because a friend of hers was his attorney. She said, when she's recalling meeting him, I said, Mr. President. He goes, Siggy, you don't even have to say it. Everyone's already told me. He goes, Siggy, you're very much loved. Now, don't forget, his wife, his staff, people watch Housewives. So he says, I already know what they did to you. It's the same thing that they did to me. So we had that bonding day one. So I said, Mr. President, I don't have to explain to you about selective editing and false narrative. They then discussed why Teresa didn't reach out to Donald when she was going through her legal drama. And according to Siggy, certain people did step in. There was nothing that the president could do at the time, but I could tell you that the president and his family loved Teresa Giudice. They had a great time with her on the show. Len Patton was the one who got Teresa Giudice on The Apprentice, who was, fond of her because of her authenticity. And then the two then clarified that Teresa may have reached out to Trump in order to help her husband get back into the country. She says, "Your question is, did she need Siggy Flicker? She didn't need Siggy Flicker. She's friends with members of the Trump family and they adore her. At this point, I was starting my relationship." Huh. Okay. Well, guys, I want to hear what your thoughts are. So pop off in the comment section. If you guys are not subscribed, get subscribed. Do not forget to hit that notification bell. And also don't forget to check out Blooming. Click on the link. Let me know what you think. And yeah, we'll see you. We'll see you in a little bit. Love you guys. Bye.